And here it is. Tua Tagovailoa, a true freshman from Hawaii, gets the second half start. He keeps it. He's a nifty runner, not quite as powerful as Hurts, but he's in there because he's throwing it.
He is known as a distributor, a great passer, a guy who has come in and even though he hasn't played a lot of meaningful snaps, the players believe in him. The players, the receivers especially, really believe that he can make the throws to give them a chance to be more balanced than with Jalen Hurts in there.
It's still a remarkable move by head coach, and Tagovailoa from the pocket spins it. It's an accurate throw, short, complete to Hale.
Right now, we have two true freshman quarterbacks playing in the national championship.
Yep. By the way, there's three true freshman wide receivers in the game for Bama as well, as Tagovailoa tries to dodge the rush. Cannot escape. Sacked by Roquan Smith, the Butkus Award winner. QB change, same result though for the Bama offense.
Wow, the middle linebackers, they bring them both right through here. Watch Harris try to pick up Roquan Smith, but there's the quickness. He actually held him. Smith still was able to get in there and get around Damian Harris. Great athletic ability, great skills for a linebacker, and they love to blitz.
They're all over the place in this field tonight. Tagovailoa, play action, steps up, spins it downfield to Ridley, just over his hands. Still trying for that chunk play.
With him in there at quarterback.
Tagovailoa steps up, now looks to escape, cuts it back. Flag is down. Oh, was at the same high school, St. Louis High School in Honolulu, idolizing the Heisman Trophy winner. Here he is against Jake Fromm on the other side. They were roommates at the Elite 11 camp where high school kids go to prove themselves and test themselves. Dogs don't pressure. Tagovailoa has all night. Hit hard, spinning around, trying to escape and create, and now he's in the clear. The freshman shows some toughness, creating a desperately needed third down conversion.
Georgia plays man under with two deep. He has all day. Quarterbacks actually much more mobile. Tagovailoa much more mobile, but also strong. Low center.
In Georgia territory at the 44. First down throw, a slant, high, caught.
Bama throws right behind him.
Screen, Ruggs, through freshman to true freshman, and he busts down inside the 20. It's near the marker.
Well, it's just a different feel from Alabama right now. Brian Dable, it's like he's been put in a much different position as a play caller now. Much more aggressive with Tagovailoa in there because of the ability to get the ball out quickly.
2nd and 1, throwing again, slant, low, and it's Ruggs, the freshman, going. Throwing again, end zone, touchdown! Henry Ruggs! We got a freshman quarterback duel in Atlanta, and the Tide are back in it. Tagovailoa pressured, flushed, has space, and unable to escape. Roquan Smith. Tua, pressured, delivers to the end zone, and in a diving attempt, Sims couldn't come up with it.
You know, all these vertical shots from Tagovailoa not only gives you the threat of making a big play, it can open up the running game because those linebackers and safeties now, instead of coming downhill, they're now retreating.
Tagovailoa flips it over the middle. Ridley bobbled, incomplete. It was a
Tagovailoa in with the ones in practice. You know, just a little thing, the timing. He does a good job of actually baiting that defensive line. Moves off to his left and comes back to his right. And you'd love to see Calvin really get both his hands.
Tagovailoa chase, delivers, incomplete. Flying off the edge to pressure was the linebacker DeAndre Walker. It's 4th down.
He jumped that. There's no chance for Matt Womack because he timed it up right here. Womack wants to come out, but the speed off the outside. See how he timed that? He took a chance, and he got in there to affect Tagovailoa. By the way, if he doesn't get in there, they've got 3 linemen down. He set. Quick, ball's coming out quick.
Dogs rush 5, does come out. Ridley Calvin finally makes a play. He is slung down by Jake. Late pressure. Tagovailoa throws it.
Man to man, you're going to see a receiver come here. Watch his vision. He gets behind, potentially getting picked. They try to pick him right there. He goes deep to get behind it. Then he comes downhill and keeps Scarborough short of the first down.
Roquan Smith approaching 250 career. Been a frustrating night for Damian Harris, their leader, no relation. And Najee getting a turn. That time they fake it to him. Tagovailoa has lots of time and a big cushion for Cam Sims, who makes the catch. Still fighting, spinning, takes a big shot at the 46 from Trenton Thompson. They move the chains.
Trenton Thompson chasing that play down. Has good speed for a big guy, and he's able to catch up to Sims, who turns back into the play right there.
Get it at quick. Foster, 2 blocks on the edge, and they move the ball in.
To take on them. Fourth quarter now.
Tagovailoa pump fake for the end zone. Judy, yes, overhit from the pocket. Tagovailoa to the end zone. Incomplete. The line for Sanders is he's got 16 interceptions. It ties Jake Scott and Bakari Rambo for the Georgia record. And he'd been able to grab this, Kirk.
Right, if he held on to it right there, Chris, it's an interception. And see how he loses it. Then he goes into the air.
Would have prevented this field goal attempt and given him the Georgia career record.
Alabama's
last game.
Alabama's thinking, let's just make sure this is incomplete. Let's get a field goal, get within 1 possession with 9.5 minutes to go.
See why Sanders was frustrated if he'd gotten it cleanly to pick.
After further review, the defender never attained possession of the ball in bounds. The ruling on the field is confirmed. It's 4th down.
Damian Harris comes in motion. Tagovailoa fakes the run and now he's going to flip it to Harris in the flat. Makes a man miss. And Damian Harris, after a frustrating night, spins.
He reminds me the most of a Mark Ingram type of back. Good action, threatening him downfield with the action from Tagovailoa. And then it's just getting the ball out to Harris out in space where he can make some people miss.
Tagovailoa takes off, holding him up. Briefly there was DeAndre Walker before the D-line could clean him up. This is a real test of this defense.
Great play on the right side by Thompson, 78. He gets off right there. They're reading him. And then the real play is by Walker.
And they hold on. Play action. Tagovailoa has to escape and fired on the sidelines into the bench under heavy pressure from. We have 2 plays to get it. Tagovailoa, a downfield shot, and here comes a flag, a battle on the edge between.
They've been going after him all night. It's another freshman, Smith. They get tangled up.
Defense number 14.
You can see the arms from Parrish extend.
Automatic 1st down.
And that's what they made the call on. He's frustrated with it. He felt, I think, productive with Tagovailoa in there.
The lefty fires downfield. Judy goes up. Freshman to freshman again, and the Tide set up in all of his height there.
Chris, look at the background right here. Watch how he's man to man, and then the guy just lets go of him. It looked like it was Tyreek McGee. He was running with him.
Tying this championship game. They pick up the pressure. End zone throw. Leaping catch. No. Keeper. Tagovailoa cuts it back. He's shifty.
Play you haven't called.
Tagovailoa, plenty of time. Surveying the field. Fires end zone. Touchdown! Calvin at quarterback.
So he's going to look to his right to hit Ridley right away, but you're going to see Dominic Sanders get in the way of the route. Right here, look at his eyes. He's trying to go right here, but you have Sanders who takes that away. What's great is Ridley doesn't give up on the play. Keeps working against man-to-man, pulls away from Aaron Davis, A great effort, and how about the moxie and the poise by the young freshman quarterback sitting in that pocket, 4th down, game on the line potentially, and he throws an absolute rope. On the run, defense closing in on him, throws it away from the defense, and Ridley makes the play.
There's no structure to that play. That's just tied with tempo, testing the mettle of this Dogs defense. Tagovailoa sideline round. It's easy pitch and catch to Ridley. Be careful, Cal. Run all the way. Chase down at the 25. Keeper. Tagovailoa lowers the head, shows the power.
Comes up. Safety up at the top, comes down quickly along with Carter. He's right there to make the play.
Took it about a guy.
Tagovailoa lowers that shoulder and gets more yards.
Yeah, he's never started a game. Tagovailoa barely played, running over a dude who's making his 53rd start in college football. And making himself an instant legend. Straight keeper, and Tagovailoa moves it to the right hash.
They're getting away from that yard. Get off that.
Run to the right. Tagovailoa knocked down at the 15. They'll keep gesturing to his offense. Tagovailoa dancing around, circling back, dropped. A disastrous first down play. Devin Bellamy got it back at the 42.
Chris, that's a combination of great coverage downfield by Georgia and just being a young quarterback not put in this situation. Bellamy almost gets him there. See, that's where you'd like to see him throw it away. Nobody's open. You got to give up on the play, throw it away, get outside of the pocket and play on 2nd and 10. That's his youth right there.
Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins!
I mean, I found out when we were in the locker room, coach brought the quarterbacks together, and he made the statement that, Tua, you're going to start out the second half, and, we're going to rotate the quarterbacks, see how things go. So we went from there.
What went through your mind when Coach let you know you were about to play in a national championship game?
My parents would be mad, but, excuse me. First and foremost, I'd just like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. With him, all things are possible, and that's what happened tonight, But, I mean, it was a team effort tonight, I mean, couldn't have been done without the defense getting us the ball back. Our O-line blocking, working their butts off, as well as our receivers. It was just a great team effort. And they were the guys that made me look good tonight. So,
when you saw that field goal was hooked left, you knew you would have to take the field one more time and try to win this game. I mean, what were you saying before you took the field again?
I mean, I didn't say anything. We're just going back in, just take it a play at a time, and that's what happened.
Now that you're a national champion, as a true freshman, I mean, describe what it means for you in this moment.
In this moment, I mean, it means the world. But at the same time, I mean, all glory goes to God. I can't describe what He's done for me and my family. Who would have ever thought I would have been here, right now, in this moment. So, I thank God for that, and I just like to thank my teammates and Coach Saban for giving me the opportunity.
And describe what you saw on that final game-winning play.
They had split safety. The safety on Devontae's side, on the single receiver side, he tried to disguise his coverage. I tried to look him off. He stayed in the middle, and then I went back outside. It was cover 2 on their side, but he stayed inside. So, I mean, I took a shot downfield, and he caught it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tom?
All right, let's go.
And he mentioned how he moved the safety. This is the safety right here. Dominic Sanders moves him to the middle of the field, gives him just enough. What you don't see is his head moves complete. Watch his eyes right here. His head is looking this way. He's trying to move the safety as much as he can, because if he does, he knows that he has Smith streaking down the sidelines. The eyes move the safety just enough for him to go back to Smith and make the throw of the year.
And the first catch of the night for Smith, one of those true freshmen that played such a prominent role Really an incredible storyline. We'll talk about this one for as long as college football was played, not just because of Saban's historic achievement that, of course, he downplayed, but because of Tagovailoa.
Game, Tua Tagovailoa. Tua, you come in, second half, throw for 166 yards and 3 touchdowns. How would you describe your emotion when you found out we were going into the game?
You know, first and foremost, all glory belongs to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, all things aren't possible. And, you know, another thing, I like to thank my teammates. You know, I like to thank the defense for giving us the ball back. I like to thank the O-line for, you know, just blocking, and it was just a team effort, you know, and without them, it couldn't have been done. So it wasn't me, you know, it was all of them. And, you know, I'm glad we got to do this.
After the sack in overtime, tell me what you saw when you threw the ball to Devontae Smith.
They tried to disguise their cover 2. And when I dropped back, I looked the middle safety down, the cover 2 safety inside on the third receiver coming over. And I just went back outside, and Smitty was open. So I took the shot, and here we are now.
You got